Thank you. Chairwoman Cortez Masto, Ranking Member Lee, and members of the subcommittee. I appreciate the opportunity to provide testimony on S 1750, the Wyoming Public Lands Initiative Act of 2001. The establishment of wilderness study areas was intended to be temporary. 31 years have elapsed since the BLM began managing Wyoming's 42 WSAs as de facto wilderness. The Wyoming County Commissioners Association launched the Wyoming Public Lands Initiative as an open and transparent process following well-defined principles and guidelines. Our objective was a locally produced, Wyoming-specific legislative lands package to provide management direction for WSAs in Wyoming. Wyoming's counties received formal invitations to engage in the WPLI process. However, participation was discretionary. Counties formed advisory committees who were charged with gathering background information, evaluating current data, and considering additional resource uses. The public attended meetings, site visits, and other forums and were encouraged to provide presentations, engage in commentary, and submit proposals for consideration. Once advisory committees completed their work, final recommendations were advanced to the county commissioners and thereafter to the WCCA for legislative drafting. S 1750 was written in Wyoming, not Washington, D.C. It is the work of communities, conservation organizations, outdoor recreation groups, mineral industries, ranching and agriculture, and wildlife associations. These organizations found common ground on wilderness designation in multiple areas, while directing alternative management to other WSAs. In Carbon County, S 1750 designates the Encampment River Canyon and Prospect Mountain WSAs as wilderness and establishes the Black Cat Special Management Area. Further, 1750 places the Bennett Mountain WSA under Special Management Area governance. In 1991, the BLM determined that Bennett Mountain was not suitable for wilderness designation. In other words, the BLM determined that 1, man's imprint was noticeable. 2, the WSAs lack opportunities for solitude and primitive unconfined recreation. 3, its size make it impractical for preservation. And or 4, it does not contain features of scientific, educational, scenic, or historic value. In Fremont County and Natrona County, S 1750 places the Sweetwater Rocks under special management governance, consolidating 4 WSAs. The BLM determined these areas were not suitable for wilderness designation. In Fremont County, S 1750 designates the Sweetwater Canyon WSA as wilderness, adding 2,900 acres more than the BLM recommended for wilderness designation. Further, S 1750 releases the Copper Mountain and Whiskey Mountain WSAs to multiple use management, subject to management restrictions, and creates the DuBois Badland Recreation Area National Conservation Area. The BLM determined these areas were not suitable for designation. In Campbell and Johnson counties, S 1750 places the Fortification Creek WSA under Special Management Area governance. The BLM determined this area was not suitable for wilderness designation. In Johnson County, S 1750 places the Gardner Mountain and North Fork WSAs under Special Management Area governance. The BLM determined these areas were not suitable for wilderness designation. In Hot Springs and Washakie County, S 1750 places the Cedar Mountain WSA under Special Management Area governance. The BLM determined that more than half of the Cedar Mountain area was not suitable for wilderness designation. And in Washakie County, S 1750 designates nearly half of the Bobcat Draw WSA as wilderness. The remaining portion is controlled by special management prescriptions. Further, S 1750 releases the Honeycomb WSA to multiple use management. Of emphasis, with one exception, every WSA released from study is arranged under Special Management Area governance and has restrictive prescriptions applied, such as withdrawal from mineral and geothermal leasing. Accordingly, development is not likely. However, this designation may provide the BLM with flexibility where necessary to control noxious weeds or perform other hazardous fuels treatments to protect communities from catastrophic flooding, wildfire, and other disaster. S 1750 exemplifies leadership and attention to local collaboration and represents many adjustments and compromises. In closing, the WPLI rests on Article 1 of the U.S. Constitution that Congress, not federal agencies, has authority to designate wilderness. The WPLI requires congressional action to implement and represents a good faith effort to provide Congress with sound recommendations. Wyoming counties participated not because success was guaranteed, but where agreement among neighbors existed, Congress might act. The WCCA looks forward to working with this subcommittee and Congress to advance 1750 in its entirety. I thank you for the opportunity to testify and would answer any questions the subcommittee has.